portfolio population was created for the first time a couple of years ago. The chief challenges of population that we had in Australia weren't how many people we had, but where we lived and how we lived. And the population debate was very much driven by challenges of congestion, of people looking at streets that couldn't cope with extra traffic that was coming on. And as we worked our way through that strategy, we came to the conclusion that as long as our planning processes meant we kept putting all the houses at one end of a city and all the jobs at the other end of the city, we would never keep up. Now, some planning has started to get around that by improving infill in inner city areas. But it's not simply a case of accepting that's where the jobs will always be and let's put more people there. It's also a case of having a program designed to put jobs where the people live. And that's why the Suburban Jobs Program was established. Suburban Jobs Program consists of in the order of about $45 million. And we had the option of running the program like a confetti program where you do tiny things in a whole lot of places, or working on the basis that we would have 3 big projects. We went for the latter option. The first of those projects I announced a few weeks ago in Western Sydney. The second of those projects I get to announce today. The vision for the Stretton Centre is a vision for a local employment hub. An employment hub that will have 3 roles: a role of research, a role of training, a role of business development. In research, part of the research is to work out how can we, for this part of Adelaide, increase the employment opportunities so that people can get jobs closer to home. As a registered training provider, training will be able to be here when the Stretton Centre is established as a hub for training, connecting people to jobs. But those jobs also have to exist, have to be created and have to be developed. And that's why the business development part of the Stretton Centre is such an important part of the program. The total cost of the project is $15.3 million. And often in these situations for federal government funding, the deal is a dollar for dollar basis. We've been able to go a lot better than that on this occasion. I'm pleased today to announce, as the federal government's contribution to the Stretton Centre, $11.3 million, which guarantees, as of today, we know it's going to become a reality. We have, with that then, the changing of lives that begins as of today as a result. The jobs of getting the centre up and running, but most importantly, the jobs that then come forward and the connections that come forward as a result of the Stretton Centre having been established. What needs to be remembered is employment always changes people's lives, but never underestimate the impact that local employment makes. Local employment means somebody gets an hour of their day or more back that they otherwise wouldn't have had. It's the difference between having that extra time with your kids before mealtime at the end of the day, or whether it's all gone and it's nearly time for bed by the time you get home. It's the difference between actually having that privilege, which often does become a rare privilege, of having half an hour of sunshine at the end of the day. It changes the way people live by having a job closer to home. Today, with the Suburban Jobs Program, with the second of our national announcements, I'm very pleased to confirm to you all that thanks to the advocacy that's been made very strongly for this to become real, with the Suburban Jobs Program, we will have one of the key employment hubs for Australia located right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the City of Playford is very proud to be a partner in this, and very proud that the Commonwealth Government is working with many in our community to make sure that we have the opportunities for gainful employment, research and development, business-to-business creation out of the Stretton Centre. We thank the Commonwealth Government and the Suburban Jobs Program for this initiative. The City of Playford sees the Stretton Centre as a critical piece of infrastructure and also a critical piece of research and development to build a vibrant and committed community. We know at the heart of a committed community, we need the opportunity for families and people to have active and sustainable employment. The city of Playford, in the heart of the northern suburbs of Adelaide, is going to see the economic centre of Adelaide move into it over the next 30 years with a 30-year plan for Greater Adelaide. We need to make sure that our people are skilled and ready and active in the industries of today, but the industries of the future, to make sure that this new reality of urban living in northern Adelaide is centre stone on having key employment. The Stretton Centre will also see in this building a community space for community organisations and a new library, which will focus on knowledge, development and research so that all community members can be an active part of making sure we have productive members of our society gaining employment in the fastest growing council in South Australia and one of the fastest growing communities anywhere in Australia. The City of Playford thanks the Commonwealth Government, the Urban Renewal Authority and the University of Adelaide for their commitment and dedication in working together to make sure that our community can prosper well into the future. We're excited and delighted at this prospect, and Minister, I think I'm the happiest Mayor in South Australia today, so thank you very much for your hard efforts and continual work. Well done.